ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Let's go! White, 90! White, 90!
Delay of game, offense.
So that'll back him up 5.
Still first down.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. On the toss, here's Williams. He spins free. He finds an opening past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
Now a toss left side. It's Williams. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back here right after this. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down, 4 down.
Now they'll run it on the toss. 11 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
It seemed like the situation was 2nd and a mile to go for a first down, which screams what? Throw the football. You got to pass in order to try and pick up that kind of yardage. But in this case, they ran a tendency breaker because the tendency is for defenses to be out there and be set up for a pass. So you break tendency and actually run the football. That changes everything because if you're able to find a crease, you often have bigger guys working against smaller guys downfield. They picked up excellent yardage there to bring up a 3rd down.
4 down, 4 down. Alert. 48.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. 18 yards there and a first down.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue.
Ohio!
And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay.
Here we go.
I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. On the ground, this is Williams. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
This will be their first trip to the red zone. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Williams. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing, often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Delay of game, offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Still second down.
So the delay of game penalty backs him up. It's now 2nd and 7. Williams. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. First half. No, I'm not mad at you for skipping halftime, but can I just have a sip of water real quick? Please, thank you. All right, let's go. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So here they come, the road team now getting the football first to start this third quarter. They have the lead, now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They start the second half here with Williams. Space to maneuver at the 40. And finally down at the 41-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Let's go! Red 38! Red 38!
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And now running right through him. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Well, at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
Now they'll toss it out right to Williams. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. That good for 19 and a first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10, right at the 40.
We got 4. We got 4. 6 guys! Check 6 guys!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Malcolm Smith there for the stop.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Delay of game, offense.
So that one will be accepted.
Still second down.
Now Williams. Open space inside the 10. And all the way down to the 5. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit.
Welcome back live to Orlando. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the fourth.
Here we go. White 90. White 90.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Ricky Williams, a 5-yard touchdown run. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive. And how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Extra point attempt to come here. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. The result's not great thus far. A punt on the first drive and an interception last time out.
And let's face it, every team wants to come out on the field and play with some confidence, play with some tempo, play with some rhythm. And when you're making those types of mistakes, you're not getting any of that put together.
So what do you say, time to get back to the basics for them?
In a lot of ways, yes, but the biggest one, of course, is finding people who will take care of the football and make a few plays. You got to have a drive now that calms down the entire team.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Black 80. 180.
On first down, Garoppolo. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. 20, 10, touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, 64 yards. And the 49ers are back within a score. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
This is fielded at the goal line. Now this offense ready to head back out there. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first down, and the goal? End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. The busy night continues for Williams. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
Come on, let's go. Grand 38. Grand 38.
They'll run it with Williams. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
4 down. Check. 51.
Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. And he'll be taken down at the 34. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop. 1:50 left in the football game. On 3rd down, it's Williams. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go. Grand 38. Grand 38. Check. 48 to the mic. They can't hang with us.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And they'll get him down right about the 20. Solomon Thomas there on the tackle. Every yard they gain, getting them better and better field position, and obviously a field goal makes this a 2-score contest. That's really all they need.
And that means for your play caller, he's not looking to the attack portion of his sheet, right? He's looking for, okay, what do we have that's going to keep us in a good spot? No lost yardage plays. Let's kick a field goal and go up 2 scores. If we score a touchdown, great, but that's not what you're really playing for.
It's a pickup of 13, and with that 13 yards, this ball game just about over. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. And they'll go on the ground. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. He wanted that end zone. Powerful running, but he couldn't quite get there.
And that's going to really make him upset. And right now, there's no way he's letting a coach take him out of the game. He's going to want the ball again so he actually does get into the end zone, hopefully on his next carry.
They'll run it with Williams. And this is not going to do it as he stopped at the 2-yard line. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say
Welcome in, everyone. I'm your host, Jonathan Coachman, and this...
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't
Automatic
feel right,
first down.
does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
And now the offense getting set, 1st and 10.
Set. Blue 90.
Here's a give to Davis. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. All right, here we go. Blue 90.
Now Marino looking to throw on 2nd down. Throw left side, complete to Moss. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue
Now it's
90.
Marino.
Blue 90.
And he's got a man. It's T.O. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 at a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Hurry up, here we go. 319.
A 1st down carry for Davis. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's how we do, D. That's how we do.
So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point you've got to win at the point of attack, and on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Set. Green 39.
On 2nd down, Davis. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Well, add that play to his resume reel, because he went to the Pro Bowl last year. That's how you go to the Pro Bowl. You make plays like that, big-time penetration, and throw people for losses.
All right, here we go.
On 3rd down, Marino. And that is incomplete.
Here they come, here they come. Hot, 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 hot.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
And here now the offense heading back out there. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Meanwhile, we will not get another play as time will run out on this 1st quarter. 0-0 our score. We'll be back with more of Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. But they've got a 3rd and inches coming up, trying to keep the chains moving. Now a pitch out to Williams. Oh, and now he bowls him over. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Let's go! Red 38! Red 38!
Delay of game, offense.
So offense moving a little too slow there, could not get set, and they get the penalty. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And now running right through it. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime report.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. Defensively, they must have been expecting a pass. They were in the dime look out there.
I think maybe they were deciding to go with speed on the field rather than bulk. I'm with you, a little bit surprising, but they wanted people getting to the ball as fast as possible. The lighter, shiftier defensive backs allow you that opportunity.
On 2nd and goal, standing alone in the backfield is Williams. He'll get it up the middle, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Hey, here we go.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. 6 plays got him down here. This is play number 7, 3rd and goal.
4 down. Alert. Let's go. White 90. White 90.
On the counter, here's Williams. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Well, they're going to try this thing. They're at the 5, 4th and goal. They're going to go for it. We'll see. Run, probably pass to both in the arsenal. They run. It's Williams. Look at the spin. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Williams stopped up short of the goal line on 4th down. And the ball will go over on the goal line stand. A chance to get some momentum here in the 2nd quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in. But I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. That's only the 2nd quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
Oh, yeah. Here we go now. Green.
Now a handoff to Davis. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the 2nd half. So no scoring in our first half. What will the 2nd half bring as we are now back underway? That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. So here they come, the road team now getting the football first to start this 3rd quarter. There are 0 points on the scoreboard for either side. It'll be interesting to see what adjustments were made. The defenses have obviously been great.
So if you like defense, this is a classic game. This is what you're looking for. But now you're trying to figure out how to gain any type of an advantage on offense. Is it through a big chunk play that they haven't seen before? Or is it just running your regular offense and running it better, trying to create an opportunity?
We'll see which avenue they choose to go down.
Let's go. Red 38. Red 38.
Delay of game, offense.
And they're not going to get this one off in time. It'll be a delay. Again, it's Williams. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Johnson jostles free. Oh, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.